Hello, Urbandale students and families, and welcome to the remote setting. Over the course of this video, you'll learn about what is expected of you and your child while learning remotely, and how the staff here in Urbandale can help as things look differently than what it would if your child was in person. I'd first like to introduce myself. I'm Paulson, the remote administrator for our elementary students. I'm your main point of contact as you navigate the school year and this new setting. I work closely with all of our elementary principals and staff to make sure you and your family are able to find success academically, socially, and emotionally. I also want to emphasize that our remote program is required learning that happens 5 days a week, starting at 9 a.m. and ending our day at 2:30 p.m. Please remember that even in remote, Mondays are late start days. Therefore, learning on Monday does not start until 10 a.m. I want you to be aware that all learning is on Zoom, and students are expected to be present at all times for this learning, just as they would be if they were in the building. The work assigned remotely is also required. Unlike the past spring where learning was optional, this work is not. And when a student misses class or their work is not turned in, it is the teacher and my job to partner with you and your family to make sure that he or she does not fall behind. If your child needs to be excused from class for any reason, we need you to communicate with your home building secretary or school nurse to inform them of the absence so it's not marked unexcused. We are so excited to work with you and your child. The following videos by our remote teachers will give you some more detailed insight to help you and your family find success as you transition to the remote setting. See you soon.
Each of our remote classrooms happen through Zoom. Each teacher has a Zoom link that they post either on Canvas, Google Classroom, or on their Clever page. To get to the first day, the teacher will email the Zoom link to the student through their email.
Hi, I am Mrs. Nord, and I am teaching online to third graders this year. When considering moving to online learning for your student or family, it is important to create a distraction-free zone and also to organize all of their materials so they are successful through their day. One of the items that would be very important to do is to have a table or a workspace area that is set up for all of their learning materials and supplies each and every day. Another item to think about for creating a distraction-free zone would be to have a quiet space area away from any family members, parents working, siblings with their online learning. So to have an area that is designated for that one particular student, that would be great. Another thing to think about is also to have TVs or music or game systems out of sight, out of view, since that is not part of their learning day. Let's go take a look at a few examples of current remote students in their distraction-free spaces and how they organize their learning for the day. Charged Chromebooks are ready to go for the day. Headphones are nearby for students to wear to minimize any distractions that there may be. Notice the clean, tidy workspaces that help the students be organized just like they would be at school, so transition time is at a minimum. Materials are always at an arm's reach. Look at the different systems that students find to organize their items. It could be in a tote, it can also be in a wall organizing system, or simply laid out on a table.
Hi, I'm Lisa Schaub, and I teach 5th grade remote class this year. And I am here to talk to you today about taking breaks and having the hour off for lunch and how important that is to get your children up and out of the home learning environment so that they can have just a break away from what they've been working so hard for in the morning or in the afternoon. So one suggestion is you can, get them upstairs. If they're downstairs, if they're upstairs in their bedrooms, bring them downstairs. But have them do fun activities like they can be doing puzzles. That's, really relaxing for them. But they can also be doing a lot of physical activity. They could be doing some dancing with music, just getting the wiggles out, doing exercises. Also, get them outside. Of course, today probably is not a great day to do that. But once this weather subsides, get them outside so that they can enjoy the fresh air, play in the snow when the snow's gone, riding their bike, doing their scooters, playing in the yard. Just get them up and moving and get them out of their learning environment so that they are more refreshed and ready to go and ready to learn. Thanks.
In the remote continuous learning model, high levels of student participation is as important as it is for the in-person classes. Ideally, your child would have their camera on and are actively participating throughout the school day, according to their teacher's expectations to the lessons or task. Some of our online teachers have different expectations for the use of cameras, but all of our online teachers expect students to fully participate in any class activity or lesson. Within Zoom, this may look like on-camera hand signals such as a thumbs up or thumbs down or show me on your fingers, the use of whiteboards, verbal responses or discussion, or answers typed into the chat that go directly to the teacher. Additionally, student participation by completing and turning in assigned work is crucial, as it is the only way that the remote teachers are able to collect information about what your child knows and can do. Assignments might be given in our learning management system called Canvas, or in other applications known as Seesaw or Google Classroom. Some physical or paperwork may need to be turned in through the materials bags that are picked up and dropped off each Friday. Lastly, while we encourage and welcome parental support in ensuring that your child is participating appropriately throughout the day, it is also important that their answers and work on assignments is completed without help.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Whitver, and I teach remote kindergarten. I'm also a parent of remote learners, so I know just a little bit about parental support in the remote system. Kindergarten to 5th grade, every level, there will be parental support that is needed, but you can expect it to look a little bit different. For the K2 level, expect more one-to-one support needed throughout the day. For the 3rd to 5th grade level, you might be able to just check in with your student before school, at lunch, and after school to make sure that they are completing their daily work and they have everything that they need. All kindergarten to 5th grade learners spend some part of their day working independently in a breakout room or a waiting room. For your K2 learners, you can expect to either work one-to-one side by side with them during this time to make sure that they're completing work and they have everything that they need, or your 3-5 learners to check in with them to make sure that they've got their independent work done. It doesn't matter what level you're at, you can expect a good amount of parental support from the remote learning system. Communication is key to making the remote system successful. You should expect a monthly newsletter from Mrs. Paulson on remote communication. You can also expect weekly communication from your classroom teacher on what is going on and how you can support your learner at home. You can also expect communications for the weekly bag pickup each week.
Supply pickup and drop-off is a requirement for remote learning. Supply pickups and drop-offs take place every Friday at your student's home school building. Times for pickup and drop-off are any time between the hours of 8 a.m. and 4 p.m. on Fridays. During that time, families will need to pick up a supply bag that will contain your students' learning materials for the following school week and drop off the previous week's bag.
Hi everyone, my name is Maddy Baier. I'm a special education teacher that serves some of our remote special education students this year, and I am housed here at Karen Acres. If your child is receiving special education services, is an ELL learner, receives speech services, occupational therapy, or if they meet with the school counselor, they will still receive these services as a remote learner. They might look a little different. The ways that it could look different for them is they could be seen a couple days a week instead of each day, or the minutes that they are served may be shortened since they're in the remote setting and it's a shorter school day in the remote setting. If you meet with our facilitator of family outreach, please reach out to them if you are thinking about remote learning. And then communication with your child's teachers and everybody who plays a role in their education is key to the success in the remote setting. Make sure that if you're thinking about becoming a remote learner, reach out to them and they will let you know next steps.
Thanks for taking the time to get to know the remote setting. If you have any questions or concerns, please reach out. We're happy to help any way we can. See you soon.